If you haven't heard of Dale Brown, or most famously known as the Detroit urban survival guy, well, he became somewhat of a walking meme as people started doubting his ability to teach people how to disarm and nullify an attacker with a weapon. The internet started making going to heaven memes after comically attempting to apply some of his tactics, like these.
If it's here in the window, head forward, draw off line, grab the barrel, redirect. Grab the barrel, redirect. And it can help you.
Good. Sec what?
UFC middleweight Joaquin Buckley decided to head up to Dale's headquarters and put him to the test to give his approval on whether his tactics actually work or not. Check it out.
Right now we at the Dust, all right? Detroit's urban survival tactics. We about to meet this guy, see if this shit is real, see if this shit is legit, all right? Because I'm not about talking stuff. I want to see, you know what I mean? With my own eyes, I want to feel it. So here we are with the man himself.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
Coming out.
Yeah.
Let's get in here. Let's check it out.
Now, if I see you about to grab my hand, like, I ain't just gonna let you do it.
Oh yeah, they come to stab?
Yeah, so if
Yeah.
I come to
So
stab.
if they come to stab, here, use this one.
You can big ass one, okay. You got it.
Get a bigger blade.
Okay, you about to take off the little Apple Watch now.
Man,
This about to get real, you hear me?
Scratch the super watch.
Yeah, you don't mess that up.
All right, they come to stab. Fast and hard. One.
Oh, look at
Going slow, we're going to the eyes. Yep. And there's the hold here, and then you're here. So, when the blade's coming in, your fingers are now inside the eyes, automatically on contact. You shot in with your body, kept going forward, and here, you see the lock right on the wrist there?
I feel it,
Yep. And then from there, you peel the blade out, go in their head or smash their head.
Bro, he went straight for the cauliflower, bro.
Oh, hey,
He would have snapped my shit.
we
Okay, so do it right there.
Yep.
Now
Yeah,
I know a move from this. See, I know a move from here.
Go slow, right? Come here, we go forward.
Ain't no joke.
Works good? So on the internet, that can't work. On the internet, they're like, you can't use the finger under the nose to take somebody down. This is a pro. You work on him, but definitely work on you. It'll work on you. It'll work on you. You're not tougher than this guy. I don't care who you are. He once jumped in the air and did a helicopter kick and knocked the dude out.
Now, how about the weapons? You know what I mean? A lot of people say that these guns, you know, if they really had them,
Let's
like,
go check them out.
real quick. You know, I want to get straight to the good stuff.
Yeah. So, but it actually works the same.
About that, you know what I'm saying? Hey man, give me all your money. So you pulled that back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, don't fire. Don't even fire.
Pull your hand back.
Pull my hand back.
A lot of people think you pull your hand back. And you see, you can't pull the hand back.
Not at all.
No, that's it. Point blank range, right? Let's do it out here.
Right here.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you want?
What's your money? Damn, okay. I don't need shit. You need me to pay your bills?
You want me to pay your bill?
Yeah, side of here.
Like that. Why grab your arm?
You can.
I mean, give me all these.
Detroit Urban Survival Training. Intelligent options, increase survivability.
Alex Volkanovski finally responded to Yair Rodriguez's call out after the cancellation of his trilogy fight versus Max Holloway. In a previous video, I covered how Yair immediately called out Volkanovski for a fight and proceeded to trash him after he heard news that Alex chose the Korean Zombie as his replacement opponent instead. Volkanovski responded and said, "One thing that surprises me and what annoys me is the way Rodriguez acted about it, as if it was a no-brainer that he should be the next in line," and then starts carrying on and swearing and saying, "I had respect and you and all that. Are you serious? Let's remember. Let me bring you back. Let's be real for a second. Over 2 years, you were pretty much running from Zabit. I didn't want to bring that up, but you put me here. So you're running from Zabit, pulling out, you're getting suspended from USADA, you're being a diva, and the UFC had so much hassle with you. It was a bunch of chaos. The UFC ain't gonna take that serious. And then let's remember, he just lost. I don't get it. I really don't get it. You haven't fought for how long? Then you're coming off a loss. And then you get angry at me because I don't sit there and call you out. Francis Ngannou gave us a glimpse of what's to come in his upcoming fight versus Cyril Gane. He said that he wasn't all too concerned with the supposed edge they have because of their sparring experiences that his ex-coach Fernand Lopez claims, as they only sparred a few times. He said that his main focus would be cardio without much concern for power, as it would always be there for him. He said, Fernand has said he knows my weaknesses, but that is the whole problem with him. He may think he knows me well, but he knows shit. I'm not actually very familiar with Gane. I have only trained with him less than 8 times for a few weeks 3 years ago. That is not enough to know much. Also, everyone has improved and worked on different things since then, so it doesn't mean anything for me. But yes, he is an all-around good fighter whose abilities I am aware of. I heard Gane wants to go 5 rounds and win on points. That is definitely a big risk with my power to try and last that long. It will have to be his very lucky day to survive the first round or 2, let alone 5. If he makes 5 rounds, it will be a big accomplishment for him. My prediction is that it will probably be a second round knockout from me, or at least I will have knocked him out in under 2 rounds. I have not been doing anything different in practice ahead of Gane. I'm really focused on my diet and emphasizing cardio and conditioning over strength. So far, everything has been good for us. I will try to slim down as much as possible. I know my power is always there, and I'm not gonna lose it, so I don't really put a big focus on gaining weight. I have a natural genetic ability to have muscle mass, so I don't focus on that. My main goal is always to slim down. When you fight someone like Stipe Miocic, who is lighter, the fight goes longer and the cardio is the advantage. That is the same with the Gane fight coming up. So my goal is to be lean and work more on my cardio. That is the most important thing for me. As we all know, Deiveson, Figueiredo, and Jon Jones recently began training with Henry Cejudo in Arizona, and Figueiredo believes both will capture UFC gold in 2022. Deiveson shared his thoughts on Jon's form of training and how he believes Jon will win the heavyweight title once he finally moves to the heavyweight division. He said, he's so calm when he's training. You can notice him doing the right moves even though he's heavier now. He's gigantic. He's very calm. He doesn't go crazy for the knockout. He's very strategic too, and I think he'll do well at heavyweight. I believe Gane will fight Ngannou and will win at UFC 270. He's loose and moves well. I believe him. If he does the right game, he can take the belt, and Jones will definitely take it from him because it's a good matchup for Jones. Jones is smart on the feet, and when you have heavy hands and can't knock him out, they try to wrestle him. I don't see that game in Ngannou, and I think every fighter that fights Ngannou, once you avoid his first strikes and he gets tired, you do an annoying game in the early rounds, Ngannou gets lost and loses the fight. Jon was asked who he thought would win, and he said, really have no clue who's gonna win. I'm just excited to watch the fight. Gonna learn so much about the both of them no matter how it goes down. And finally, Dan Hardy was recently interviewed by Submission Radio and shared his opinion on who he predicts will win at UFC 270 this weekend between Francis Ngannou and Cyril Gane. Dan was especially keen on Gane's technical ability and felt that one should always choose the fighter that is more technical over a fighter that uses brute force to find a victory. He said, Gane's not fighting out of any real anger or aggression. You never see that in his character. He's always relaxed and he's having a good time. He's a very active person, always moving. Like he's a big kid with a lot of surplus energy and he's having a good time and he's found something that he's very good at. And he finds it quite easy. He has been toying with people like Alexander Volkov, Jairzinho Rozenstruik, and Derek Lewis. They're no jokes and they barely touched him. It's quite incredible what he's been able to do, but you also have to see the approach. To summarize the Derek Lewis fight, he kind of poked and toyed with him like a puppy would to a bigger dog. Then, when the bigger dog started to get older and slower and more vulnerable, that's when Cyril Gane takes over. He's very, very smart and he never overextends himself. I think that's why in my mind, Gane's the favorite going into this fight because you have to always go with the more technical fighter in my eyes. Although, Ngannou is a devastating force of nature. If he cracks you with either limb, you're going down. But he has to find circumstances where he can do that. Cyril won't leave many of those openings. As always guys, if you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button for me. If you're new, subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay up to date. Thanks for watching.